Hi, welcome back to Mr. Menta's ELL Classroom. In order to complete this lesson for Chapter 4 of the Red Book, you will need this page, page 36 of your activity book. You will need to print this. And this page, page 37 of your activity book. You will need to print this. All right. So, this is about some vocab words that they threw at us at the end. There was a pretty good speaking exercise towards the end of this chapter that just doesn't work as a writing exercise. So I went ahead and removed it. So now we're left with these, where we're going to pick up some vocab that we haven't had quite as much practice with, which is why we're going to practice it now. So we're going over some words talking about things that people are afraid, they're scared might happen in the future. So, Jennifer won't go skating because she's afraid she might break her leg. So we're going to be using the word might and the word afraid in every answer. She's afraid she might, and then over here, break her leg. That's when you break a leg is when the bone is broken. Okay? So let's go over all of these vocab words at the top together before you have to do the assignment. Okay? Make them a little bigger because why not? There we go. All right. There we go. That's good. Okay, so at the top it says pessimists. Pessimists are people who think bad things will happen. They always think the worst. Okay? Break her leg. We already did that. Catch a cold. That's like when you get sick. Catch a cold, you know. That's a cold. Okay? That kind of cold. Drown. Drown is when you die from water. When water kills you. Okay? Fall asleep. Get a backache. So, you know, ache, backache. Stomach ache is when your stomach hurts. Headache is when your head hurts. Backache is when your back hurts. Get a sunburn. So sunburn, that's, you know, when your skin turns kind of pink because you've been in the sun all day and you burn, okay? When you get a sunburn. Okay. Get fat. I think we understand that. Get seasick. That's when you start to feel sick because you're in a boat on the water. Seasick is like, oh, you know, in a boat on the water. Seasick. Get sick. Have a terrible time. Here's that word terrible again. Terrible, remember, means very, very bad. So have a terrible time just means no fun. Look terrible, so to look very bad. Miss our bus. You know, miss the bus. No bus. All right. Was that the last one? Nope, two more. Rain. Step on her feet. You know, step on her feet. Okay. So those are our vocab words we're going to be using here. So now we're going to say that people are afraid of one. And I'll do number 2 together with you. So we did number 1. Okay? So now we'll do number 2. George won't go to the beach because he's afraid he might get a sunburn. He's afraid he might get a sunburn. Okay, get it? So this is a long exercise. Fill in all of these. Then go on do all of these, and then when you get to this listening exercise, stop. We'll do this together at the end, okay? So, pause the video and fill in all of these, okay? Oh, I just got new coffee and it's not very good. There's something wrong with my coffee. Ugh. Okay, did you pause the video? Did you fill in all the worksheet? Great. Now remember, we're not done. We're still working. Now, you are going to listen to what I say while you read what you wrote and check your work. This is still part of the assignment. We are not done working, okay? This is maybe the most important part. If there's any differences between what I say and what you wrote, it's up to you to catch them. It's up to you. I can't do it, okay? Number 3. I won't go swimming because I'm afraid I might drown. We won't have lunch with you because we're afraid we might miss our bus. Our. O-U-R. Okay. Number 5. My mother and father won't go on the roller coaster because they're afraid they might get sick. Brian won't go dancing with Brenda because he's afraid he's afraid he might step on her feet. Number 7. We won't go to a play because we're afraid we might have a terrible time. Oh no, fall asleep. Fall asleep. Fall asleep. That was on there. Okay, fall asleep. We're afraid we might fall asleep. This is terrible time. I won't go to Patty's party because I'm afraid I might have a terrible time. Next. Barry won't carry those boxes because he's afraid he might get a backache. Sally won't go sailing because she's afraid she might get seasick. Not sick, seasick. I won't eat dessert because I'm afraid I might get fat. Helen won't take a walk in the park because, let's see here, why won't she do that? She's afraid she might, which one is that? She's afraid, no. She's afraid she might break her neck. Catch a cold? She's got her handkerchief there. Looks like she's blowing her nose. Is that it? That must be it. She's afraid she might catch a cold. We won't wash our clothes today because we're afraid it might rain. Fred won't get a short haircut because he's afraid. And here, I'm going to say he. He's afraid he might look terrible. But if you wrote he's afraid it might look terrible, that's okay, because it could be the haircut, while he is Fred. So those both could work. It would look terrible, or he would look terrible. Okay? All right. Let's do some listening. So listen and choose the correct answer. Page 37. Okay. Number 1. You have 2 options. I'm afraid I might get sick. So we circled this. A. He doesn't want to go on the roller coaster. Get it? He doesn't want to go to the doctor. That wouldn't... Well, that has some relation to getting sick. But we would go that because we think he's sick, not because we're afraid he might get sick. So listen and choose, what are people afraid of? What do people not want? Okay, so you're going to have to read. You're going to have to read and listen. I'm not going to read these for you. 2. You're going to have to read this. You're going to have to read this. Number 2. I'm afraid I might fall asleep. Which one? It's B. She doesn't want to go to the movies. She's afraid she might fall asleep at the movies. Number 3. I'm afraid I might step on your feet. Which one is that? Circle 1. Did you pick one? All right. It was B. He doesn't want to go dancing. He's afraid he might step on your feet if he went dancing. Number 4. I'm afraid I might break my leg. Which one is that? Number 4? Circle 1. All right, did you circle 1? All right. It's A. She doesn't want to go skiing. She's afraid she might break her leg. Number 5. I'm afraid I might catch a cold. Did you circle 1? That's B. He doesn't want to take a walk in the park, which I didn't used to think of as catching colds, although nowadays we can't go outside because we're afraid we're going to get sick, so there's that. Number 6. I'm afraid I might drown. Which one? Did you circle 1 for number 6? It's A. He doesn't want to go swimming. Number 7. I'm afraid I might get seasick. Which one? 7, that's B. She doesn't want to go sailing. Number 8. I'm afraid I might get a sunburn. Which one are you going to circle? It's B. He doesn't want to go to the beach. Number 9. I'm afraid I might have a terrible time. That's A. She doesn't want to go to the party. And finally, number 10. I'm afraid I might look terrible. A, he doesn't want to get a short haircut. All right. Good work. See you in the next video.